Hello again and welcome back to the Minecraft Cooperative Survival Let's Play here. This is BGFH, and this time I'm actually recording this alone. I'm still playing it on our co-op server, as you can tell here. You see our little front rooms that we've been working in our base. But from time to time, if I'm going to be working on something or showing off something particularly interesting, just kind of, doing some stuff on my own, I probably will record some videos by myself from time to time. We're going to do as much cooperative stuff as possible, keep it more of a co-op tour or co-op let's play here. But, we both have different working schedules and things like that. So, I'm usually out during the day and he's working at night. And so weekends are primarily when we're probably going to be able to get a chance to record a lot of this. But throughout the week, if I do decide to pop in and work a little bit on the server, and if I find something relatively interesting to shoot, we will record a little bit on my own. And Jawbreaker, he was okay with that. And so rather than blab on, let's go. I'll take you through a little bit of a tour of what we got going on here. I don't remember where we left off. I know we did some, we had some of this made up in our last video. But we fleshed out the base a little bit more. I think this may have been in the most recent video before this. This is kind of our library. We're going to start doing enchantments and things like that. I'm not even sure how all of that works yet. So basically Jawbreaker has been dabbling in that a little bit and has a little bit more experience than I do. So he's going to maybe walk us through some of that. I don't even know what some of these things are or what they actually do. I've seen them a little bit before, but yeah, not sure. Should be an interesting thing. I know we can enchant weapons and armor and all that kind of stuff, so that should be interesting. Down here, we've got some stairs going all the way up here. He did this when I was gone at work one day. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be, just probably a different way to get up higher in the mountain and maybe build something or whatever, not sure. Down here, we got a long staircase going down. I think we're going to branch out doing some deeper mining there, because one of the things I didn't mention, or neither of us mentioned early on in any of the videos, is that in order to get certain resources, some of it you have to be in certain biomes to get, and some of them, like some of these ores, redstone and lapis and some of these other ones, you have to be deep enough underground for some of those things to start appearing. So at the top, you're really going to get some coal, maybe some iron, maybe some of these other types of deals that are in some of the mods and stuff like that. But really, you have to dig down a lot deeper to get some of the better stuff. And I know you saw some of this in the last video that we recorded. Not quite fleshed out here, but we're getting some storage areas going here. Got to organize these a little bit yet. That's kind of one of those tedious tasks that I think we'll definitely do while not recording, because that's not really fun watching us just taking it out of a chest and putting it in another. So I thought one of the things that I'd like to show here, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So we have our garden here right now. He dug up some stuff and he's moving some of the plants, and I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. But we got our chicken coop area. A lot of chickens, holy crap. We got some sheep and different color wool and things like that there. Which I think, yeah, I do. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to pop in the sheep pen here. And I got this shears here. Yoink. Come on, sheepy. There we go. Alright, I'll collect the wool there. And I think, yeah, that should be all of it. Alright. So, we'll probably get into the breeding in a later video and kind of how that stuff works, but just wanted to, quick show that off since I had it in my inventory. Not sure what's going to be out in between these little fences here. But down here we've got a you know, simple materials, nothing really fancy, just more utilitarian than actual, you know, decorative, obviously. But, you know, we kind of a more greenhouse sort of thing, so we got some enclosed place for some crops, you know, getting some wheat and corn and whatever. And when you're planting crops, one of the things that you have to remember is that plants have to be so close to a water source. So when I was giving you the tour of my original Minecraft castle town, remember that you know, I had those irrigation channels in some of my fields, and that's exactly why, is that, you know, in creative mode it doesn't really matter. I don't remember if you can get them to grow or not, but in survival mode especially, you have to have things near a water source for that to work. And you know, Jawbreaker and his love of liquid lighting, or liquids in building, we got some lava up there, which does look pretty cool, but cool kind of a lighting source. Maybe I'll pop in there at night here at some point just to show you that. And okay, we got some crops going on in here a little bit. I know he planted some of these just before I started recording this. And so that's kind of our homestead right now. We have our sheep, we have our cows. Over there we've got, I did actually go grab, over in the wilderness over there somewhere, went over and grabbed a bunch of pigs, so now we can breed them and get yummy pork chops. So, you know, we're going to need those when we explore, which I'm going to do very shortly. Before I go on the actual kind of mission that I really wanted to record, I do want to quick pop over. Maybe I'll just, maybe I'm not going to walk over there yet because there's not really a whole lot there yet. But maybe you can see it off in the distance. I'm going to go up these stairs here because it should give us a pretty good look. Yeah, so here we got these marsh area. Remember that path I took you down in an earlier video? Really not much there, just a lot of deep water, but we got the paths, and you can kind of see over there. You really can't see it too well. But on the far side of that path, there's going to be an NPC village there that we've kind of built up. So it's going to be kind of this, you know, smallish marsh town, I guess, or whatever. Got to make some buildings there. We got a kind of a framework going there, but not much else yet. Like I said, right now, you know, we're going to actually flesh out the world later on during the Let's Play, but I think right now, really, it's just kind of getting to know the particular world that we're in right now. You know, the seed that has been generated, because all these worlds, when you create them for the first time, are randomly generated. So just getting to know the area and then building up our base and building up our resources, because before we really go exploring, which I will do in the next video here, we're going to need some supplies. Because things can go horribly wrong, as you've already seen me trying to pathetically fight off creatures in some of the earlier videos, especially, like I said, night 2 was not a good night for me. So that is a rough overview of where our actual base is at. This is just a chest where I'm putting stuff that I'm going to be needing in the near future. But since I'm going to be exploring in the next video, I'm going to take my shears, because I don't need them right now for what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my pickaxe down there. And we got that, we got that. I'm going to go put a couple things away in the chest because I want as much room in my inventory as possible. Here we're starting to get a nice little food and resource chest. Here we got a bunch of eggs and a bunch of other stuff, so we're gonna add a few more there. And let me go put the wool away. I think that's in, yes, this one. Okay, grab you, yoink. Grab you, yoink. Oh. Alright. Alrighty, we're getting some wool going. Nice. That'll definitely come to play. I mean, it seemed, you know, like Jawbreaker said in one of these earlier videos, all these stacks can be really deceiving. You know, we're starting to get a few stacks of wool there. If I go over, since we've been doing a little bit of exploring, we're starting to get quite a bit of cobblestone here. And yeah, that looks like a lot, but if you start any kind of building project, you're gonna see those piles go away really quickly, because, you know, even think back to some of the projects that we've, you know, shown you in the earlier co-op tours and my castle tour. You know, we're building this. You know, you've kind of seen a little bit of how we mined it out and how we you know, built a few things, but you really do, when you build this stuff, you're building it brick by brick. So it can go fast. And you know what? That hole up there, for some reason, even though it's not the same material, it's bugging me. Hey! Oh, what the hell? Okay, maybe I won't fill it. What the hell's up with that? Okay, gotta love weird glitches. Well, with that, I think what I'm going to do is I think I've covered everything that I really want to in this video. Well, before I end it here, I'm going to end it here in just a minute, and when I start a new day, we're going to venture off and do our first cave exploration, our cavern exploration, and hopefully that goes well. Before I end this video, since we're going to, you know, mosey on right away when we start the next one, when you go out, and especially if you have a certain goal in mind, you know, you're going to go to a forest and you're going to chop down a bunch of trees to get some wood, you're going to go explore a cave, especially if you're going to go explore a cave or an unfamiliar area, you definitely want to first make sure you're prepared. You know, I've got armor. I don't have a helmet on right now, but I've got good armor. I've got a few swords. I'm going to start with this stone sword that's a little bit damaged already, but I'm going to use that up, and then I'll have my iron one there to back me up, and that should keep me fairly safe, I hope. The other thing, especially going exploring or anything like that farther away, carry food with you. You know, you're definitely gonna want food. So I was doing some exploring in the jungle biome a couple days ago, and I really wish I would have thought to record it, because that was a really interesting. God, those are tall trees. Holy crap! But that exploration was really interesting, and that's what, you know, I'm hoping to kind of see what happens here with this next video, because you know, I thought I had enough resources, and I sort of did, and I sort of didn't, because by the end of exploring this cave system, I had broken all my weapons. I mined a lot, and so I had a full inventory, but I broke my weapons. I was fighting off the last few creatures with my pickaxe, which isn't really that effective. And I was hoping to God, especially since I was very far away from our home base here, I was over, like I said, in the next biome or two, and I was worried that I was going to die and not make it home, because I would have to get over there and try to get all my stuff again, but so that would have been a really interesting recording. I did make it. I did not die. Thankfully, things did turn out well, but that was an interesting journey. So with that, we are going to call it a night here, and I will talk to you guys in the next video, and we shall go cave exploring.